It's been a year since government imposed a nationwide ban on all forms of small-scale mining to end the environmental mess created by illegal and indiscriminate mining. Latif Idris has our build-up towards the latest JoyNews Hotline documentary, The Gold Burden.
The police, two of them who form part of the Operation Vanguard team, have started investigating. In fact, I must say they just picked up 3 casings. And I see one under the bed. So in addition, it will be 4. You can see the washing is being done, but upon seeing the joint military and police Operation Vanguard team, they've all bolted, abandoning 2 excavators and a washing machine. I see another washing machine up there. So 2 washing machines, 2 excavators, and a pumping machine all have been abandoned here at the mining site. Thousands of liters of diesel and petrol used by the miners to power their nefarious activities in the forest have been destroyed in the operation. After the demolition of the mining equipment, the makeshift structures that the illegal miners use as their abode have also been set ablaze here by members of the Operation Vanguard team. Giant washing machines with trapped gold dust are being mangled with the excavators, all in a bid to break down the financial muscle of the defiant miners. At the last count, the Operation Vanguard team had carried out not less than 700 operations in the Western, Eastern, and Ashanti regions, where the team has forward operating bases to take the war to the defiant miners. About 1,060 rebellious miners have been arrested in the process, including foreign nationals, as explained by the spokesperson of the Operation Vanguard team, Squadron Leader Omani Ejeyi.
About 1,059 arrests have been made so far.
And in 1,059, we know there are other foreign nationals involved in the illegality. Can you break it down for us?
The foreign nationals involve about 132 Chinese and some other people from Togo, Burkina Faso, the Chinese. And the Chinese, so far we have arrested for the Togo, Burkina Faso. We have not arrested much. We have arrested, I think, 1 Togolese, 3 Burkinabes, Nigerians and Nigerians. But for the Chinese, we have arrested about 132 of them.
And how many of these individuals are facing the courts now?
You know, when we conduct operations and we arrest individuals, we just send them to the...
I have come to Chebi, the president's hometown. The impact of Galamsey on this town is enormous. Former President John Dramani Mahama once described the town as the headquarters of Galamsey because of the extent of the impact on the environment. The Birem River has shrunk so much, it now looks like a tributary. Even with that, residents tell me there's been improvement in quality following the ban.
If 2009, Galaneba Krumuanum, Ama is saying,
The river was heavily polluted back in 2009 when Galamsey operations started in this area. We are unable to use it for domestic chores any longer, but there's been improvement in the Birem River since the ban was imposed.
So that's a teaser of what's coming later this evening on the JoyNews channel on Multi TV. It airs at 8:30 p.m. and you don't want to miss it. Latif Idris is in the studio with me. Latif, what more did you find?
What I found is that the ban on small-scale mining has been greeted with huge defiance. And the worrying thing is that it is the foreign nationals who are leading our locals to defy the country's laws. And a huge number of these foreigners are Chinese. They own the machines, they own the excavators, the washing machines, and they've hired the locals to join them in degrading the environments, degrading the water bodies, polluting them beyond repairs. And for me, that is the most worrying thing I found being
in this particular
on the
video
ground.
that's on our screen. What is this? Is supposed to be one of the rooms
So this is
for the galamseys.
Yeah, that is the makeshift structures they've built. Wherever you go, you find them putting up a structure where they do the washing. Now, in there, here, what is on the screen now, they do the washing of they call something black. The black is what they get, is like the primary source of gold.
What they get and which they then transform to gold.
Into gold.
Right?
That's after extraction, then they get the real gold.
Yeah.
Now, in this building, we found out that they had a huge sink. I can't quantify the amount of money, I mean, gold they had in that sink. It was so much. Wow. So much. And when the demolition was ongoing, we had the townsfolk coming to surrender the place. They were standing on the mountain.
Coming to surround the place, just to make sure you don't take it away.
No, they were just waiting for us to finish with the operation and go. Then they'll come and then pick up the black. And I'm sure now they are thanking God for.
So did the Operation
Vanguard
Vanguard team leave what they found? What's supposed to be gold that they found? Did they leave it there?
They destroyed it somehow, because.
Okay, now I'm not quite sure about the grain on your face when you say they destroyed.
The demolition is like you find a structure there, so the excavator is used to bring down the. You
destroy it and then they leave.
And then they leave. So as to whether the black has also been destroyed or was destroyed in the demolition exercise, you can't really see. But at the time we're living, the whole structure has been flattened. The wooden structure had been flattened before we left the site. So you can safely say that, yes, the black was also destroyed.
Why don't they just take it and give it to government? Government can use that to solve a lot of problems. I mean, to sell that, this is our gold.
Yeah, but it doesn't form part of,
Right, so you can't be sure you can't be sure that they took it away or they left it for the residents.
They didn't take it away. I know that for sure.
Okay.
That the Operation Vanguard team did not.
But then the residents may have come in to pick those up. Yeah. What more should we expect finally, Latif, tonight at 8:30?
Yeah, so it's been about 7-8 months since the Operation Vanguard team was deployed by government to chase out these illegal miners from the various sites across the country. And for the first time, we are going to get a better understanding of what exactly happens on the ground when the Operation Vanguard goes to the ground to, fight these illegal miners and how they also fight back to, escape justice.
Right. I'll take a very final word from you, but let's have a quick conversation with the Chief Executive of the Volunteers Against Environmental Degradation. They've been monitoring the ban on illegal mining and its activities, or the activities that pollute the environment. And they say that Ghana will lose the fight against galamsey if drastic measures are not taken. And that's also in a petition that they sent to the President. Richard Addo is the CEO of the group, and he joins us on the line. Hi, Richard. Thank you very much for your time this afternoon. Now, tell us what the situation is on the ground for which you are petitioning the President.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on your program this afternoon. The situation, as it is now, is worse than before. I'm saying this because the day the ban was put on illegal mining, most of these illegal miners left their mining sites, but as we speak, most of them have come back, especially the Chinese, they have come back. The government has done so well in the area of fighting those on the river bodies. Most of the transfer machines have been burnt by the Operation Vanguard. However, we still have a lot of work to do.
Okay, you talk about having a lot of work to do, and I believe that one of them is that you say the alternative livelihood program is not being implemented. And how would you say that is affecting the work of Operation Vanguard? And what are your suggestions? I believe that your petition perhaps has suggestions as to how to deal with the problem.
Yes, the devil, they say, fights work for the idle hand. So when you send them away, and then you don't find work for them to do, that means they wouldn't have any alternative but to come back. I learned the government is trying to push them into doing afforestation, of which the Ministry of Lands and Natural Resources the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable John Bitambewu, signed an agreement with the Youth and Employment a couple of months ago about to give 15,000 jobs to the youth. But I haven't seen that project being rolled out, and that is what I call on the government to, as immediate effect, try to raise money through the Youth and Employment, such that those mine on the river bodies will get some job to do, so that they don't go back onto the river bodies. That is my assessment, sir.
Have you had any response from the presidency?
Not yet, please. We are still waiting for a response, sir.
Okay, we'll be here to follow up when you do get the response, and we'll find out whether or not it's satisfactory and whether or not it will help us in dealing with the problem.
And then also, to add to what I've just said, I believe that the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources, Honorable John Bitambewu, should be made the head of the interministerial committee, because he has experience in the mining area. He's an engineer.
Well, he doesn't have to be the head to be able to steer affairs towards, you know, the direction that we all want to go as a nation, does he?
Yes, sometimes you may take decisions and then the head will say that no.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yes, so they should make him the head of the interministerial committee. We know what he has been able to do since he was made the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources.
Very well.
Yeah, he has experience with Australia. He has stayed in Australia for quite a long time, and he has experience. He's an engineer too.
Very well.
I think it would be better to be there than bringing the heart surgeon, Professor Frimpong Boateng, to be the head.
Mr. Addo, thank you very much for your thank you very much for your thoughts. Richard Addo, there is the CEO of the Volunteers Against Environmental Degradation. They've petitioned the presidency over this matter, so hopefully there will be a response from the presidency. Latif, let me let you go by asking you about the state of water bodies in some of the communities you went to. We understand that since Operation Vanguard started their work, some of that there has been some sort of improvement in how the water bodies look. Yeah. Can you confirm that?
There's been improvement in some, others have also gone worse.
Wow.
If you go to the Ankobra, for instance, the Pra, there's still a lot of work to be done in those areas. But Butray and other small tributaries in the western region, there's been little improvement in quality if you compare to prior to the ban, and now that the ban has been in place for 10 to...
Well, we still have to be hopeful that Operation Vanguard, or whatever it is, measures that we're putting in place to deal with this problem will work.
The Ghana Water Company recently came out to say that Operation Vanguard isn't the way to go. That entirely isn't true. We can have Operation Vanguard and also, I mean, retool the Minerals Commission.
Okay, so we can do both at the same time, do you think?
I think with that we can win this war.
Latif Idris there, he has been to, he's had exclusive access to the operations of Operation Vanguard, looking at how they do their job. And we'll bring you a lot of those details, of course, at 8:30 p.m. here on the Joy News channel. Latif, thank you very much for coming.